Hello students, today we are going to study reticulocyte count. Let's know some background about reticulocyte. What is reticulocyte? Reticulocytes are non-nucleated RBC that still contain RNA. It means that RBC having RNA, or we can say the immature RBC is called reticulocytes. From the image, we can differentiate between the reticulocytes and the mature RBC. The mature RBC and reticulocytes, if you want to discriminate, so the cluster of dark blue color which appears in the cytoplasm, that is the RNA. So RNA containing cells is the reticulocytes, and without RNA the cells is red blood cells. So in red blood cell there is no bluish color. Usually present in blood for about 2 days before developing into mature red blood cells. This reticulocyte comes in the blood from bone marrow, and from the blood circulation it takes 2 days to develop into the mature red blood cells. Reticulocyte count helps to assess erythropoietic activity of the bone marrow. In bone marrow, most of the blood cells are produced, including erythrocytes. And if you want to assess the erythropoietic activity of this bone marrow, then we need to perform reticulocyte count. We can visualize reticulocyte by staining with supravital dyes such as neomethylene blue or beryllium casyl blue. Let's know the requirements. We require syringe to collect blood vials where you can put the blood that contain EDTA, microscope so that we can observe the cells, water bath for incubation, glass slides for smear preparation, test tube so that we can put the blood and reagents, passer pipette to dispense equal volume of cells, blood cells or blood or reagents. This is the composition of beryllium casyl blue reagent. Here we have to take beryllium casyl blue 1 gram, sodium citrate 0.4 gram, sodium chloride 0.85 gram, and all these ingredients we have to mix in 100 ml of distilled water. The beryllium casyl blue has affinity for RNA. So RNA is the acidic component of the cell, and this dye the basic component, so it has a affinity. So basic component stain acidic component in the cell. Sodium citrate prevents the aggregation of the red cells and reticulocytes. Sodium chloride provides isotonicity to maintain the morphology of the cells, and distilled water where we can mix or dissolve these ingredients. The sample to collect for this test is whole blood sample. So whole blood should be mixed with the EDTA or heparin, and capillary blood can also be taken, and we can immediately mix with the stain and we can perform the procedure. But we also can also mix capillary blood with the heparinized tube, okay, and we can perform the test later. Let's know the principle of the test. Reticulocytes are visualized by staining with supravital stains. What is supravital stain? The stain that helps to, uh, this stain is designed for staining live cells. Okay, so any cells which are live cells, so that uptake the reagents, and the RNA that is present in the cell will be precipitated by the dyes present in the supraorbital strands. This stain causes the ribosomal and residual RNA to precipitate. So these are present in the reticulocytes RNA, and RNA binds with the dye, and after that the complex are further precipitated. Blood smear is made to study red cells and reticulocytes. So we can prepare smear, and further we can observe the red cells and reticulocyte under microscope, and microscopically we can observe the dark blue clusters or filament like structure, okay, which we indicate retic cells or reticulocytes, and this is the basis to differentiate retic cells and red cells. The number of red cells and reticulocytes are counted under oil immersion objective or at least 15 fields. So we can count in 15 fields, and further we can do the calculation. Let's know the procedure. Procedure is very simple. We have to take 2 drops of blood in a clean glass tube. Then we have to add equal amount of stain in it, and we have to incubate for 37 degrees Celsius. We have to incubate at 37 degrees Celsius in water bath for 30 minutes. Take out the tube from water bath. We need to mix well, and now we can prepare a smear. Dry the smear, and now examine the smear under oil immersion objective. So in observation, what we will find, we will see the retic cells, that reticular material should be stained deep blue, and red cells no bluish coloration should be seen. Counting, how can we do counting? So we need to choose an area of the field where the cells are exactly seen. So first of all, focus on a particular field so that we can see the cells exactly. Using 100x oil immersion lens, count the number of reticulocytes seen per 1000 red cells. So we need to count 1000 red cells in different fields, and in that 1000 red cells, how many reticulocytes you have counted, so you have to record it. How can do calculation? Count at least 10 fields under oil immersion, look for retics against 500 or 1000 RBC. So that is already we have done. Now calculation is very simple. We can count reticulocyte count by the formula is number of retics divided by number of RBC counted multiplied by 100. So the value comes in the percentage, and this is the normal range. In adults, the normal range for reticulocyte is 0.5% to 1.5%. The newborns usually have 3% to 6% values, which are considered normal. What is the clinical significance of the test? Reticulocytosis. This is the medical term which indicate when the reticulocyte count rises, and this happens because of a lot of blood loss, or in certain diseases in which red blood cells are destroyed prematurely, such as hemolytic anemia. So when there is a lysis of red blood cells prematurely, so the bone marrow tends to produce red blood cells, and the reticulocytes count increases. At high altitudes, reticulocyte count may rise. This is what we see when we go to the mountain region. So reticulocyte count can increase. This helps to adjust to the lower oxygen level at high altitudes, because at high altitude oxygen levels are low, and to adjust with the low oxygen levels, the cells number is increased. The value of reticulocyte less than 0.5% represent inactive bone marrow. So bone marrow may show inactive, and we need to find the reason for this, why the bone marrow is inactive. If there is a high level of reticulocyte, it represents hyperactivity, basically hyper erythropoietic activity in the bone marrow. Thank you for listening.